I just wanted to talk, and there is or will be an Instagram post or an article on my website about this, about motherhood and mothers, and the same would go for fathers, but just for me, so don't attack me, or you can if you want, but for me, generally I tend to work with women more than men, and I would hear women obviously who are frazzled, tired, and I want to go a bit further with that. So, part of my work is working with sexual energy, our male and female sexual energy, and the beauty and the power in that. All this energy is rushing up through our chakras, to 2 degrees, missing parts of our chakras, or part of some chakras, or all chakras, and often finds its way to the mind, and a lot of energy is in the mind, so people think a lot, analyze a lot, they can't sit still. Whereas the more we open all those lower chakras, flushes through there's less intensity in the mind, and there's more of a grounded experience in the rest of the body. Now, I have plenty of work to do on this myself, but I'm just seeing the benefit of it, being in the body, opening these chakras more. So as I've said before, if I hear anyone saying, "Oh, my heart chakra's open," or "My heart chakra's closed," I don't really pay attention. It moves on any given day. If we feel safe, if we're overtired, if we haven't had a breakfast, if we didn't have a good night's sleep, who knows? Your chakras move, your body language, how conscious you are to be open, how conscious we are just to actually absorb that moment, be grounded in that moment, and to relax and to open up. Or if we're on autopilot in our mind and unknowingly, say, hunched over, or unknowingly, energetically closed, which many of us are, myself included. So I want to just say 2 things. One is that if you're a mother, right, and you have kids, a child or kids, and you're fucking frazzled, you're exhausted, potentially. Some women I work with certainly are. I don't have kids, and I'm single, so I've loads of time to myself. It's amazing. I get it, you wake up in the morning, the kids are going, you got to feed them, you got to clothe them, you got to get them to school. Yeah, maybe you got to go to work yourself. You're at the same time, you're trying to fucking prepare for dinner, clean the house, maybe collect them from school, and then have if possible, a bit of a life yourself, if at all. And then maybe you have a spouse or partner, or maybe not, maybe you're on your own, you're trying to do all this yourself. And if you have a spouse, you're trying to fucking keep your relationship together as well. You got to deal with him or her or whatever. That doesn't leave a lot of time for you. So that's one part. The second part is that, so in many cases, certainly I see it with women, there is little or no sexual contact. Now, I'm just going to see what energy comes through me in order to talk about this subject. So often we can associate sex, be it the release and the passion and the pleasure and joy of sex, or be it the intimacy and the nurturing love of sex, we can associate with another person. I need to have the other person. I need to be in a relationship, or if we're already in a relationship, we need that person. We need to be in the right mood. We need them in the right mood. We need time. And maybe all these fucking ducks don't line up. So maybe we don't have much sex or much contact. Now, I would feel it quite important, especially say in marriages or in long-term relationships, to quite simply have a regular date, or a regular, once a week, twice a week, we're having sex. We're making love. We're going to set the alarm clock an hour or 2 hours early in the morning, or we're going to go to bed a little bit earlier, whatever night, and we're going to make love. So we're going to fucking shower, and we're going to put on our skimpy nice clothes, or underwear, or leather vest, or fucking chains, whatever it is you want, whatever you're into, I don't care, you don't have to tell me. But we're going to fucking turn up, and we're going to make an effort to be intimate. Now, you might not end up having sex, hopefully you do, But to fucking turn up and connect and look in each other's eyes and touch each other and push and try and fucking go further. So speaking as someone who was in a 10 or 11 year relationship that we became best friends, the intimacy was lost. The sexual intimacy was lost. And I learned that the hard way, that these things take work and attention and regular tuning in. We brush our teeth, hopefully, every day. Maybe you go to yoga, maybe you run, maybe you exercise, and we do these things to stay fit. I meditate at least twice a day. I hope you do. We tune in. We do these things to look after our mental health, and a relationship needs this time too. And sex, from the work that I do and the energy I work with, is very important. So then for single people, and also for people in relationships, single people, we can tend to associate sex and intimacy, with the partner. Oh, I don't have a partner. I wish I could have him or her, or they're not available. Do they love me? All that kind of stuff. But ultimately, as more and more as my work develops, I do tend to work more intimately with women. And I tend to guide women into their sexual energy and how to work with themselves, how to embrace their bodies. Women especially have a lot of hang-ups and pressure, social pressure around how they look. If they're sexy, if you're overweight, underweight, I don't know, too tall, too short, boobs, how big, how small, fashion. It goes on, the list goes on and on. Self-critical, which does you no good. So my work is to bring a woman out of that mind and out of that way of thinking, because I don't think that way. I see women as beautiful, as glorious, as gorgeous. Now, in brackets, I'm still a difficult bollocks, and I'm not always everyone's best friend as well. So, but aside from that, I can see and nurture the beauty in a woman, and I can see the potential, of women I work with who are lost in their minds or self-judgment or being self-critical, and I can see the blossoming of sexual energy and freedom that they can have to enjoy their energy in their bodies, and sex and passion with other people, or flirtatiousness or contact or intimacy. Whatever that means, it doesn't necessarily have to mean penetration or sex. We can have intimacy in any little moment. If we can be open-hearted and present enough, it's fucking fantastic. We don't have to be just running, trying to get the relationship or trying to get the bedroom. It's continually available, but it's continual work to get present with that and to be open to that. So I do see it as essential and extremely important. Some women may listen to this and may cringe or may feel uncomfortable or may feel angry or triggered. But that's your stuff. If you're free, you won't be triggered by any of this. It's about exploring your own body, making peace with and friends with your body, no matter what age you are, young or old. Your breasts, your boobs, your vagina, your pussy, your yoni, whatever you want to call it, your thighs, your arse, your size, height, doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter how many people fancy you, attracted to you, want you, don't want you. That will take you off your path. If you've loads of men who fancy you, great, I don't give a fuck. If you don't fancy yourself, and if you're not at peace with yourself and your own body, doesn't matter if there are men lining up who desire you. I'm not interested. I want a woman who loves herself, who embraces herself in her horror, in her pain and shame and grief, and the feelings that she's getting old, that she missed the boat, that she's fucking single, or not single, or in the wrong marriage, or whatever it may be. That's what we want in the world, and that's what young girls want, and that's what men want, and boys want, and that's fucking, forget all these people actually, that's what you want. You want to be at peace with you and with your sex, with your sexuality, with your body, and I mean literally, physically, explore yourself. Make friends with yourself, where you like to be touched, what you feel like, what turns you on, what doesn't turn you on. This is all a personal journey as opposed to needing a man to do this. In my mind, I think it's kind of madness. it's a lottery. If you can find yourself with a man who you totally trust, and believe me, I meet people who do say, yeah, he's perfect, he's my king, and then 6 months later it's like, no, we split up, he was an asshole. It's like, okay, I thought he was your king. I thought he was perfect. So this begins, I feel, with each individual, not with the partner, although it can be worked through with the partner, but it can also really be worked through with you. So as you find and feel, and I mean literally feel and touch your own body and turn yourself on and explore yourself. So in a sense, that's what I do. That's part of my work, is encouraging or witnessing women back into their own body, how beautiful and perfect and free and sexual they are, in many cases without having any awareness of. They've grown away from it. They've forgotten about it. They've been busy with the kids or the husband or the job or whatever. And now they don't know who they are. They're not tuned. They're not in their body at all. They're not enjoying life. So from the start of this video around the raising of children and the busyness, that leads ultimately to the what I've called before in other posts, dark mother, or it's the shadow of the feminine, the undersexed, underappreciated, frustrated, the nagging wife, basically. So women become irritable, impatient, frustrated, angry, because they're not, to be blunt, they're not getting fucked. They're not exploring passion, their own sex. So there is that trajectory of the intimacy of lovemaking and gentleness, and touch and safety and exploration with a man. And then there's being fucked, which is safety with a man too, ideally. Personally, I wouldn't suggest anyone to be going to get fucked by someone they're not safe with. In my opinion, that does more harm than good. A woman feeling that she needs sex and going out and picking up a guy on an emotional or energetic level, that's not what she's looking for. She wants to be safe to open and blossom to the masculine and receive the masculine. If she ain't safe, she's not doing that. Sure, maybe she's having sex. Maybe she has an orgasm. Fantastic. But she's not getting her needs met on the deeper level. And that doesn't have to be in a marriage or in a close relationship. It can be in a safe relationship, whatever that means to you. So it's a time of returning to our sexuality. And as you explore yourself and release, I mean literally release that tension and irritability and frustration, you can explore your own body and your own passion, unlock your own passion and sex. That's a big part of this work, is reconnecting with that energy, with the flow of who we are. So consider it as like a higher sexual, rather than, I don't mean smutty, I don't mean pornography, to explore and to be at home in your body, to know when your body is saying a fucking hard total yes. I want sex now. I am safe here. I trust this person. I want whatever I want. Or no, this is not a complete yes. I don't feel safe. I don't feel at ease. Not now, not ready. Even though everything else may be in line. He may be lovely, situation may be lovely, maybe you do feel horny, maybe you're in the mood, but something in you, if you're in tune with yourself, something in you might be saying, not tonight, I'm not ready. That's really honouring your womb, your heart, and your yoni. And yoni, in my understanding, another word for vagina or pussy, yoni means sacred chamber. It is a sacred chamber of who you invite in here. And down the line in other videos, maybe I'll discuss, when I know more, about the purpose of this sacred chamber, of the transmutation and the energy. It's not just about making babies or having orgasms. There's a lot more available that we don't even know. So anyway, I've gone on long enough. I hope this video was of use. Please subscribe to my newsletter. I'm doing online guided meditations on Instagram, and I will be doing them on Zoom. So if you want to know when they are or how to log in, subscribe to the newsletter and you'll get the information. And there's a link below for PayPal and other things if you want to donate. Be well. and enjoy your day.